So, at the container park on Fremont Street. I'm gonna get you, you better run. I'm in the treehouse, playing tag with the kids. So this vlog's gonna be about breakfast, tea, and bourbon. I'm coming, you better get ready to run. And I'm not at home, so I don't have the books or the map or the notes, so that's why we're not doing Forest End. Breakfast, Tea, and Bourbon. So it's a book about 5 friends that go on a treasure hunt. And it's a surprise ending at the end. It's a twist to what the actual treasure is they found. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't see the surprise ending happening, so they got me. So the author of the book, Pete Bissonette, he hid an object from the book. He won't say what it is, but it's pretty obvious what it is if you read the story. He hid that somewhere within the United States, and he says if you follow the clues in the book, it will take you within 6 inches of it. Whoever finds it turns it into him, and they have the choice to get 50,000 gold coins, or if you don't want to deal with all that weight, a $50,000 check, plus $5,000 for the charity of your choice, plus 100 bottles of wine that are featured in the story. So, I'm driving here. So, I like the book. I've read it a bunch of times. I got it on Kindle. I've searched it about 1,000 times. And I found clues for 2 cities. There's some very obvious clues to one city. And there's also some obvious clues to another city. And then there's some not so obvious clues that I think I've found that point to both cities. So, I'm not sure which city is supposed to be the starting location. What Pete Bissonette said was there's about 15 or 16 clues in the first 3 quarters of the book that give you the starting city. From there, you follow the steps that the characters in the book took to find their treasure, and that will lead you to his treasure that he hid. But when the starting location in the book is Nashville, Tennessee. But when I try and map out the route they took from Nashville, it doesn't match up with either one of the cities that I see the clues to. So I don't know if that's the proper way of doing it or not. I've talked to a couple people on this treasure hunt, and one thinks he knows where it is. He's pretty confident he's going to drive out there next weekend and look. I know of somebody else that drove out there last weekend and looked and did not find it. And this third person I've talked to does not live in the U.S. They live outside of the country, so they're never going to come here to look for it. So what he wants to do is, he thinks he has a good idea of where it is. Basically, he wants to sell the clues that he's found to somebody. So I told him I'd put it in the vlog. He's not in the United States, but I've got his contact info. So if anybody's interested in doing that, if you want to talk to him, I'll email me at Cowlazars@gmail.com, and I will send you his contact info, and you can email him and you can get a hold of him, and maybe you guys can work out a deal. He's pretty confident that he's narrowed down the clues in the book. I don't know if he has or not. I didn't go over the clues with him, but I told him he should do his partner with somebody, and then based off his clues, if they go find it, they split it 50-50. But there's a lot of trust involved with that, right? You give somebody your ideas and they go find it, well, they can just keep it, right? And cut you out of it. So I understand what he's trying to do. He would rather sell the info that he has, or that he thinks he has. But I was just wondering, how many people have read Breakfast, Tea, and Bourbon? How many people that watch my vlogs have read Breakfast, Tea, and Bourbon? I was thinking maybe we could come up with a forum or a chat or some way that we could all kind of discuss the clues. I found a lot. I found something that's, I think, super important that I don't know how many have found. But then there's some there's anagramming of the names that's kind of easy. Everybody, I think, should probably figured that out already. Yeah, how many people have read the book and are actually looking? How many people live in, I'll just put it out there, how many people live in Louisiana or Kentucky that might want to go look for a split of the treasure if it's found? Those are the two states that I'm concentrating on, Louisiana and Kentucky. But something else I want to talk about is what I call gold fever. You know, a lot of people have contacted me since I've been doing the videos about Forrest Fen, about breakfast tea and bourbon. And there's a lot of people who know where it is. They've put the clues together and they just know where it is, but either they can't get out there to search, or they're looking for somebody to go look for them. Either they're unable to because of finances, or because of distance, or just because of their work schedule, because of life in general. They can't get out there to look for it, but they really think that they know where it is. So they want to partner up with people. And, you know, it's hard because there's got to be a lot of trust involved, right? And some people, they know where it is. They've been out there and they've looked and they can't find it. And they don't know what to do from there. They think either it's already been found or the whole thing's a hoax. You know, I think what you have to remember is these treasure hunts are hard. They're very hard. They're not meant to be found right away. And it's a long shot, really, that you're going to find it, right? We all know that, but it's fun. We all enjoy doing it, so we put in the time and the effort. And some of us put in the money and actually go and look. And I haven't been out searching yet for Forrest Fen or for breakfast tea and bourbon. But if I had a spot and I thought that was it, and I was confident, I would go. I would spend the money and I'd go look. But I guess what I'm saying is, don't get gold fever. Don't get caught up in these treasure hunts. That's why I took a break a while ago for a couple months. Don't do things that are going to put you in trouble, either financially or with your family or with your work or with your life, you know? If you have time to go search and you have the money to go search, that's great. But don't put yourself in danger over it. You know, I call it gold fever. We all want it. We all want to be the fame and the fortune and the glory to be able to say, I found it. I put together the clues and I found it. And depending how much money we're talking, you know, a lot of people need that money. It's important to them. You know, 50 grand is a lot of money. It's a lot of money to me. I could sure use it, and I know all you guys could. So people kind of get a little wrapped up in it. So just don't get gold fever, okay? Treasure hunting gold fever. Maybe that's what I'll call this vlog, gold fever. So we're going to get next video. We'll get back to the Forrest Fen vlog. I found something very interesting in the thrill of the chase I want to share with you guys and get your feedback on. You know, the way I look at it, the more people we have involved in these treasure hunts, maybe we can all kind of get together, share clues, and find it. You know, the more brain power, the better. I know only one person can find it and turn it in unless you have some kind of a group that has an agreement or something, but it's still fun just to go over it and to kick around ideas. And if you do have gold fever, and you know where it is, and you've been out there and you can't find it, but you just can't let go of your solution, bounce it off somebody else. I'm not saying to tell them where you think the treasure's buried, but a couple of clues, bounce it off them and say, hey, this is what I'm thinking, what do you think? And you'll get a different perspective. And I think the majority of the time you're going to get people that don't agree with your interpretation of the clues, and maybe don't even agree on what you think are clues to them. So if you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe, comment on it. I read all the comments, I read all the emails. Send me mail. I've got the post office box set up, the personal mailbox. So send me mail. I'll read it in a future vlog if there's something you want everybody to know. And until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.